All right. Hello, everybody. This is Sir Adrian here, stepping in for Hybrid to film the French turn in our current game, Operation Bersaglieri, for the spring of 1914. So this should be a fairly quick one, as France, Britain, and Germany are allowed to move their units around, not just their navy anymore, but land and air units as well. But they are still at peace. It is only myself as the Russians, as well as the Serbians and Montenegrins that are at war against the Austro-Hungarian Empire and the Ottoman Empire. So France has 7 IPPs to spend. One of those is definitely going to be spent trying to influence Spain. So we'll go ahead and roll that while I'm over here. And unfortunately, that's a 10, so that's a miss. That leaves them with 6 IPPs. So I think what we'll do... does he want to save them? I think we'll spend them. We might as well spend them. I think what we'll do, actually, is we'll spend 4 to purchase a Zouave, which is France's elite unit. And we will use the remaining 2 to upgrade the militia in Normandy to a regular infantry. So that'll be all their money spent this turn. And they'll still collect their peacetime income, which is 3 currently. And then in terms of roles, so they're going to try to get defense in depth completed. And they're going to try to get wartime economy to stage 3. So we'll go ahead and roll those first. So this green dice here will be for defense in depth. This pinkish purplish one will be for wartime economy. Okay, so wartime economy definitely hit. That's a 9. So defense in depth did as well. So those are both a success, which is very good for the Allies and specifically the French. So France moves to completion or defense in depth. And wartime economy, they move to stage 3. Hopefully when I go to do the Russian turn, I can have good luck in my 2 rolls, but we'll see when we get there. So aside from that, no combat, because again, we are at peace. There is going to be non-combat, however, and any of this stuff, hybrid, can change after the fact, but I think most of it should be okay. So down in Africa, we're pretty well fine. Not going to move anything there. We don't want to move any of this because they won't be collecting those IPPs because they have to be garrisoned. And those ships are fine for now. They shouldn't be too threatened by Germany. Yeah, I don't think... We won't put them in port, but we'll move the transport and cruiser that are just off Cochin, China. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll put these in port just in case. I don't think that German torpedo boat should be an issue, but he does have the other torpedo boat there, so you never know against one cruiser and a transport. So yeah, those will be put in port for now. I'll grab the import marker later. Aside from that, it's mostly going to be up in Europe. So we'll move the entirety of the French Mediterranean fleet 1 space just off the northern Algerian coast. Actually, the submarines will move out. No, we'll move them as well. Actually, yeah, we'll keep everything together for now. They won't be in port though. However, we'll just leave everything as is. That's fine. There's no real threat currently, as the Austrian Navy is in port, as well as the Ottoman Navy. And unless they somehow combined, France has a more powerful fleet and higher chances slightly than the Austrian Navy at the moment. We'll also take our... We'll take... Yeah, and then we'll move this fleet with the movement bonuses. They can definitely reach. I think pre-dreadnoughts is a movement of 1. Yeah, 1 normally, but with 2 they should be able to reach here, just off the Portuguese coast. And aside from that, most of the movement is going to be up in France. So we're going to move these 3 artillery in Paris are going to be moving into Lorraine. So there's going to be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artillery. We'll move the fighter into Lorraine. We'll move these 4 infantry into Lorraine from Picardy. The 4 infantry from Paris into Lorraine. We'll move the 2 cavalry from Paris into Picardy. So again, this will be all updated in the TTS file, and I'm going to get a task force marker because that's a little crowded, but there's now 6 artillery units in Lorraine, 2 fighters, 8, 9, 10, 11, I believe 11 infantry in Lorraine currently. So otherwise, there shouldn't be any other changes. So France is going to place, well, here, we'll just upgrade the militia. So I think I said the one in Normandy. So that's an infantry now. And then they'll place their Zouave in northern Algeria. I believe, if I recall correctly, it has to either be built in Tunisia, northern Algeria, or Morocco. So I'll chip that out as well with an elite unit. But yeah, we'll leave him there for now. And then the next turn, the French will be able to boat him across to southern France and get him to the front pretty soon, to hopefully, if not at least halt the German tide, or even advance into Bavaria and put some pressure on the Germans and hopefully help relieve the massive pressure that seems like it's going to be coming next turn against the Russian Empire on the Eastern Front. So that's it for now. France is going to collect their 3 IPP for a total of 3 because we spent everything else. And we will hand it off to the Ottoman Empire to see what they're going to do.